Hey, how you doing? It's Chris, C2 Local. This is going to be a lecture. Shouldn't be a lecture, but it's going to be a lecture. And it's a lecture where I'm actually talking out loud into the ether. Not because of anything other than I know I'm going to have this conversation. So, I've actually just switched my business model just a little bit, where I am going to focus about 90% of my energy on helping folks do the damn thing. I'll do some helping and all that good stuff because that's going to be required, because unless you do this, you don't do this. But I do know that there's going to be some cajoling that has to happen, because this stuff isn't necessarily the easiest thing in the world to do. And for the folks that I want to work with, that I like to work with, the folks who have a budget, but they don't want to kill their entire budget on one company doing one thing. They want to save a little bit for this, that, or the other. There's going to have to be some hands-on, and some of that hands-on is going to be easy to forget. So here's the lecture, real short. Be unique, be loud about it, be specific as to who you're being loud about it to, and be consistent with it. And that last one, that's the lecture. It takes work to be unique. Actually, it doesn't take work to be unique. It really does. But let's say that the being unique part's not the challenge. Letting folks know about it, that's the challenge. That's the part that people really have a hard time with. If you're the only one in town that does what you do, and one or two people know about it, cool. If a bunch of people know about it, really cool. But what if you don't let other people know about it? How's that being the only one in town that does what you do going to help you? Okay. Sorry, I'm getting all kinds of morose here. Here's the thing. Content. You got to put out content. You're good. You're nice like that. And you got to let the world know that you're nice like that. And you got to do it on a regular basis. In the last video I did on finding topics, I was mentioning, one, you could take all these rudimentary questions that Google shows you and just drop them at one time. But then you have to follow up with the once a month or once every once every couple of weeks, and throw that information on there. What you're doing is you're priming the pump. And what I want you to think of is this concept of being unique and then being loud about it. And the being loud about it part is the part that I can't overstress it enough. I cannot. So I got a direction I wanted to go, and I want to keep this kind of short. So I got the main point out. Be unique and then be loud about it. And then be consistent in being loud about it. But so there's this dude, and I quote him a lot, Seth Godin. Kind of boring to listen to, but the content is undeniable. Sometimes I think it's a Rubik's Cube kind of thing. He's just kind of moving it around, and at the end of the day, it's still a cube. It just looks a little different. You probably heard of a unique selling proposition. What do you bring to the table that other people don't? You've probably heard of an avatar. It's like you're a fictional depiction of your ideal customer. All of that basically comes down to one thing. You do what you do the way you do it. And there's a bunch of people out there that would prefer to have done for them what you do the way you do it. I think I actually got that right. But if they don't know who you are, they don't know where you are, they've never heard of you, they can't get what they need, and you can't give it to them. So you got to be unique, and then you got to be loud about it, and you got to be consistent with being loud about it. The things I want to touch on here is one, that, and the what do I mean about being loud about it. So first of all, there's this dude right here, Michael Gerber. I don't even know if he's still alive. It doesn't matter. While he was still around, he dropped this pearl of wisdom. And that pearl of wisdom right there talks about all kinds of cool things. It talks about how someone's real good at doing a thing. So, I want to work for me. I'm going to start my own business. And they find out that running a business and doing a thing that features that business, not the same thing. However, one of the little nuggets that I pulled out of that book is a thing called systems. And systems are huge because systems help you be consistent. Now, I will tell you, in my own experience, I've always told myself, I'm going to put out YouTube videos and all that. If you don't make time to put out YouTube videos, how are you going to put out YouTube videos? I found out all those YouTubers, those folks with hundreds of thousands, millions of views that YouTube throws cheddar at on a regular basis, they've got a system where they drop it like it's hot on a weekly basis. Rock it during the week, drop it on, create it on the weekend, drop it on a Monday, and start all over again because it's a job for them. Well, I'm like, okay, I don't need to be a job, but I need to be consistent, and so do you. So, and not just consistent with blog posts and stuff like that, because I want to make sure you understand what being unique and being loud about it. So I'm going to give you two examples where it has nothing to do with blog posts, although blog posts are big, and I want to make sure you remember that they're big, but it's still, if you're nice like that, make sure the folks that need to know that you're nice like that, know that you're nice like that. Get the word out. So I'm going to do one. First off, you know about Instagram, right? Cool. So before I go into that, you need this before I can get to that. There's 3 ways of being nice like that. You can either be the only one who does what you do. You can do what everyone else does, but have a specificity, a specialty within that. So in other words, make it simple. I used to know a hairstylist that specialized in short hair. She does haircuts. She'll cut everybody's hair, but if you show up, walk through the door, sit in the chair, and you got short hair, all of a sudden she's Rembrandt. So all of a sudden it's art. And that was her thing, okay? That was her thing. So you're either doing something no one else is doing a special thing within the big niche, or just the way you rock the house is just like mind-blowing. So with that in mind, I want to point out one of my peeps down in, back when I had the I Help Salons website, back then, because I've been through some iterations. I came across this gentleman who came across me, and I will tell you what, this is something we put on his website. These are shots from his Instagram page. Now, the cool part about this is, tell me, this is a mega salon. This is a dude who simply has a system for taking these types of pictures when he does the damn thing. And then he puts it on Instagram. When someone sees the images that he does of his work, do you think that it says a certain thing? It says, I'm unique, and it says it loud on a regular basis. And the thing is, he's got a system of doing it so he doesn't have to think about it. He doesn't have to tell himself to do it. It's part of the process. There's a lady down here in Vegas. Her name is Audrey Collins. She's down in Henderson, actually, and she does the eyebrow thing. And she's actually the person that got me to realize that although Yelp sucks, it still has some benefits, even for people that want to throw some cheddar at it, because she found a way to make it work, and we talked about it and all that good stuff. However, in the process of talking about how she does what she does and how she came to understand Yelp and all that, she gave me a little peek into her process, and her process is on point. Like, just give you one small nugget, just one small nugget. She has, I'm not going to go here because it's going to take me too long to get to it. I should have set it up before I start the video going. If you take a look at her Yelp profile, you'll see a bunch of, first off, you look at her website, you'll see a bunch of images which she took. And she has a thing just like this gentleman, I'm pointing at the screen, just like this gentleman right here, set up in her studio to immediately take pictures right after that. When someone calls her, you know how on Yelp it says responds within? If she's rocking somebody, it's got someone in the chair doing that little thing that they do, and someone calls, she doesn't answer it, but then as soon as she's done, boom, pow, she's right back to him. That's part of her system. She encourages her people to put comments, including the pictures that she takes, that she gives to them in her reviews that they put on there. All of that is part of her system. And that system is paying dividends in letting people know that she's unique. Is she the only one doing microblading? Not even close. But her system has gotten to the point where she's unique in that she has moved herself to the highest of highs as far as people understand who's the boss in this area as far as doing that kind of stuff. And it's not something that anyone else can't do. Now, when she was telling me about it, I was like, ooh, that takes a whole bunch of dogged persistence in doing things a certain way. But hey, it's the price of doing business. It's the price of doing business. Same as these images right here. These images don't take themselves. This background, it looks all cool, doesn't take itself. This lighting doesn't accidentally happen. This is a system. So that's just one thing. Now, let's take something that's not as glamorous as that. Oh, shucky darns. Okay, I'm going to have to put you on pause because I didn't save this, and you definitely need to see this. It's for my guy that's a fence contractor. All right, so here's my boy, A1 Fence. Been with him for a minute, or he's been with me for a minute. So, fence contractor doesn't seem all that glamorous or anything like that. And it's like, how do you separate yourself from the crowd? Well, let me show you how you separate yourself from the crowd. Read this video right here, or read this this review right here. The part that you need to latch onto that I'm pointing out here is that boom, 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 we call this company, sent somebody out the same day. Unbelievable service. The price was fair. Happy to know that you can still find a company that so obviously prides itself on customer service. That is ground you can stand on. That right there. And let me tell you how we do what we do here. I know this is kind of letting you know some of the insider secrets. That looks like just a regular old video sitting on Yelp. Right. You take that video, you take that review, turn it into a video, drop it on Instagram, put it on YouTube, punch it out all over the world. You can take that and get some mileage out of it. Be unique, be loud about it, and be loud about it to a specific group of people consistently. So when I put the hairy eyeball on you and I say, hey, you got anything for me? That means that chances are we're off schedule just a little bit, because consistency is the game. You have to continue to keep putting content out. There's this thing called critical mass that we're shooting for. And if we get to that critical mass, everything is lovely. It's like skating on butter. There's nothing difficult about it. But until we get to that critical mass, we got work to do. Roll up the sleeves, pull out the pen, write down what you got to write down. Take pictures, push them out there. Let the world know. Use all the tools in the toolbox to let the world know that you're unique, you're nice like that. Say it loud, be consistent, and we'll get it in front of the people that need to see it. You don't need everybody, but the people that do need you, you need to make sure that they know where you're at. Content's how you do it. And that's the lecture for today. I'm probably going to just put this up here and just go click, hey, watch this video. That's going to be the lecture. And I know I'm going to have it over and over again, not because it's hard. Well, because it is hard. Being consistent with doing this stuff is hard, but that's why you got me, because my job is to get you over the hump without breaking the bank. Cool. All right. That'll do it for this time. I'll see you when the next brain itch comes along. Talk to you later. Peace.